Welcome back, everybody. If you've been listening for the past couple of episodes, we've really been hitting hard the fact that we've got these workshops going on estimating, and I'm not letting up on it. I'm not. 2023 is the years everybody's going to get their numbers figured out. So those workshops are still going on. So if you haven't hopped in one yet, get your butt in there. It doesn't matter if you are just starting out, have been in business for years, have been in business for 10 years. If your financials aren't where you want them to be, then you need to hop in these workshops.
Yep. You could be the best landscaper out there, but if you aren't pricing your work, it doesn't matter.
Whipped cream on garbage. Yep. If you're putting sales on top of crappy estimates, then it's a whole bunch of whipped cream on garbage. And we want that for absolutely nobody.
Yep. So head over to milliondollarlandscaper.com/power hour and get registered today.
Yep. Quick word from our sponsors, and we'll be right back. We want to take a quick second to tell you about our friends over at Cycle CPA. I can't even express to you how important it is to have a good accountant on your side. You know you want accurate bookkeeping and financial statements every month. Instead, you're often left with limited time to focus on the accounting side of your business and no reports to show for it. At Cycle CPA, the landscaping accountants, they not only handle the bookkeeping, but also provide landscape industry benchmarking, job costing, financials by service line, advisory meetings, and much more. Cycle CPA has a team of landscaping accountants available to provide anything from bookkeeping to CFO services. Visit cyclecpa.com, and for $100 off, mention the $1 Million Landscaper podcast.
EasyBeasy's easy to use, easy to learn, affordable work order and time clock app with unlimited users included with every subscription. If you've ever struggled with the daily grind of keeping track of work orders, you have to check out EasyBeasy. Make and edit work orders anytime, anywhere you're working, at your desk, in your truck, on the job site, even on your couch. With EasyBeasy, you can easily copy work orders to use over and over, which is great for mowing and plowing. You can also keep track of employee timesheets, contact your customers, add notes, instructions, even pictures of your jobs. EasyBeasy works on Android and Apple devices or any tablet or computer. EasyBeasy also has a wide variety of reports so you can have all the info you need for billing right from your phone. Say goodbye to paying for extra users because everyone gets unlimited users on EasyBeasy. Try EasyBeasy for free for 30 days. Visit easybeasy.app/MDL to sign up. EasyBeasy is a simple work order and time clock app for mow crews, hardscape crews, and everything in between. Start saving time and money with EasyBeasy. Visit easybeasy.app/MDL to sign up today.
Welcome back, everybody. Today, I want to talk about confidence. And this was actually inspired by a text I got literally this morning. I'm in a group for business owners. It's a little online group, little support group. There's 4 of us anyway. And the one lady in there, she has had an idea for a picture book for years, years and years. She already had all of the words written for it. It's like a book of puns. It's real cute. And she does all the original artwork that goes in it as well. And she's had the puns written for years, and she just never put it together. And now she is finally, after, I don't even know how many years she had this, but she's in her mid 70s. So she's an older lady, and she's finally now putting this out into the world. And she texted one of the pictures we have a group text going as well. And she texted one of her drawings. They're like line drawings, and then she does watercolor on them. They're so cute and they're so fun. And I'm so happy when she shares them because I have no artistic ability at all. I couldn't do these if I tried. So she, shared that in the text chain. I saw it. I was like, oh my gosh, I love this. I'm so happy that she's finally going to put this out into the world because she hadn't been putting her gift out into the world for years. Like I said, she's in her 70s. Because she didn't have the confidence. She will still kind of pick her drawings apart. She'll text one and be like, oh, well, that one wasn't quite right. Da, 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 da. I don't even notice because I know nothing about drawing and this kind of stuff. But she finally, just in the past year, has hired a business coach. And she's in that online group that we're in to get support and help. And so I just think it's so sad that she held on to this gift for so many years because it is a gift. She has an artistic gift that she held onto for so many years and wasn't sharing with the world because she didn't have the confidence to put it out there. And so I literally can't wait for her Etsy shop to open. I will purchase gifts for people. I think it's all great because it is all completely out of my scope of anything that I could do. I could take art lessons for 10 years and never be able to draw what she's drawing. I can't. it's not a gift that is going to be, in my future anytime soon. And so it reminded me a lot of our clients that we've had here lately, because even if you guys don't think of it as a gift, your landscaping business, it's a gift.
It is.
And your talents, these are gifts that you have that other people do not. There are people that don't have landscaping businesses because that's not their gift.
Well, people, I think, sometimes don't start their business because they don't have the confidence.
They don't start businesses because they don't have the confidence. But where my brain went was the fact that we have a lot of our clients lately that they're sharing their gifts. They've put their gift out there, but they're not charging enough for their gift. And that is maybe just as bad as, if not, maybe it's worse than not even putting your gift out there. Like, you're putting it out there, but you're not valuing it. And for my friend, it was just her lack of confidence that kept her from doing this. And I don't want to put words into the mouths of our clients that are having these troubles, but their actions or lack of actions are speaking really loud, because Scott will work so hard with them to get the numbers on point. And numbers don't lie. Numbers are just numbers. The numbers don't have feelings. They don't care. They're just going to tell you facts like, yes, you're making money. No, you're not. Here's what you need to charge. They're impartial. And so Scott will work with them to get the numbers all straightened out. But then when it comes time to raise prices, that's when the emotions start to rumble. Yeah. That's when it starts bubbling up. Like, I can't do this.
We just had a Academy member the other day during a group coaching call. I just found out, because after I've been working with them I don't think this is our second season now. They went through, they've done their numbers, they got them all dialed in, estimate systems all set up. I found out during the coaching call that she was not using our estimating system all the way, because the way we showed it, the prices would have been higher. Not even a lot higher. It was like $100, $200 on just this one estimate we're doing. Not even that crazy that higher. And I'm like, why? She's like, well, people just won't pay for it. That's just more. And I'm like, but we designed the system to charge what you need to charge. And I showed them again, this is the only number you can ever adjust in the estimate system without taking stuff out. She just didn't have the confidence to go out there. She's like, people won't pay for it. Now, in this, one thing I want to add, this person is in a very well-off area.
Yeah. There's people with money, and people will pay it. And my point is that is just a thought. I can't charge this. I can't charge what numbers are clearly telling me I need to charge. Notice I said that's just a thought, because it is just a thought. Because one of the biggest lessons that I've had to learn as an adult, and I had to learn this too, is that thoughts are not facts. And you can choose to dismiss that. And I'm not saying that it's bad that you have these thoughts. I'm just saying you don't have to dwell on them, and you don't have to hold it as this universal truth. Just because I had this thought, that doesn't make this like be all end all. This is the truth.
Yeah.
Because your thoughts, it's just your brain trying to protect you, and that's okay. Your brain is probably like, whoa, flag on the play. I've never charged this much before. This is new. This is a little different. This is a little bit, this feels weird. And so some resistance is bound to come up a little bit, but what's important is the story that you're telling yourself when those thoughts come up. Are you like, no, Scott's just crazy. He's trying to run me out of business. I can't believe I signed up to work with this guy. He's going to ruin my business. I'm never going to have any sales. I'm never going to get work at these prices. I'm going to lose my house. I'm not going to be able to feed my kids. I'm going to have to get rid of my dog. Notice that those people can start to spiral.
Oh, yeah.
The thoughts might start to spiral. So if that's happening, just get it all out. Let just ride that tornado. Let it go through. But then stop and ask yourself, is this true? Is this true? Is Scott trying to ruin your business? Are you gonna never book work again?
Yeah. Their excuse was, well, customers telling them hi, I'm already. Well, compared to what? What are you comparing this to? What are they comparing this to?
Right.
They don't have anything, or they're just guessing and just trying to get you to, just the tactic the customer's using to try to get you to lower their price. So,
but notice she said customers, so she has sold work at the prices.
Yes, they have.
That our estimating system has helped her crank out.
Yep.
So that's just another thing you can, when you're asking yourself, is this true? Do you have evidence to the contrary? Well, so has she sold work at the prices that you have helped her create? She has. So she has proof that you can charge these prices and people will pay them. So, and just another thing you can ask yourself is, are these thoughts helpful? Like when you're getting into this, is it helpful? If you're already feeling resistance and stuff about your pricing, is it helpful to sit there and spiral and stew and have all these catastrophic thoughts like, I'm going out of business, it's never going to work? Is this helpful? Probably not.
Well, just another quick little story. We had this when we started to talk to my father about adding water features. He's like, oh, customers won't pay for that. That's too much money.
But it was based in nothing. Yeah. It was just the thought that he had. It was completely made up in his brain. But he was taking it as like the God's honest truth, like hard and fast, this is the way it is.
Yep. Nobody will pay for that. Turned out to be one of our most profitable side of our business.
Exactly. So luckily you were like, is that true? Is that true? Because if thoughts are not true and not helpful, then just let them go. You can say to yourself, oh, brain, thank you. You know, something weird came up. We know this isn't what I've been charging, so it felt a little funny, and that's okay. You're trying to keep me safe. I thank you. But you can just let those thoughts go and move on with your day. So back to like the increasing prices and charging what you need to charge. If that resistance and like those feelings start to bubble up, you can there's like some self-coaching questions you can kind of ask yourself to kind of move yourself through this process. So like we touched on a little bit, it's like, what is the story you're telling yourself that's keeping you from raising your prices? Like I said, you can start to go on the, I'm never going to get work. I'm going to lose all the jobs and, have to sell my dog and never feed my kids. Like, what is the story you're telling yourself around raising your prices? Because that's all it is. It's just a story. And then really sit and think about, well, what would give you the confidence to raise your prices? Back to the previous example of the Academy member. Instead of thinking about, oh my goodness, I can't charge this, my customers already tell me that I'm high. Instead of focusing on that, what if you focus on, well, I've used this estimating system for this job, this job, and it worked out and I got those jobs. So, because you are where your attention is. So if you're focusing on the people that are telling you that you're too high and that you can't charge this, then that's where your mind's going to be. That's what your attention is on. So how about you move your attention to when it did work and when you were able to do it? And how can you roll that into giving you the confidence to raise your prices? Or maybe there's something else that you can do that will give you the confidence to raise your prices. Maybe listening to this podcast gets you all amped up and you're like, yes, I can do that. Fine. Binge on this podcast. That's great. Maybe, talking to your mom and having her tell you that you do great work makes you happy and gives you the confidence. I don't know. That's going to be different for every person. But what gives you that confidence? And then are you willing to do that? So if you do need to, maybe you need to look at some of your past work and be like, oh man, we really did great work and we deserve to get paid for that. Whatever it is, are you willing to take the time to, like we said, or maybe binge this podcast? Does this give you confidence? Awesome. Listen to it. Does listening to somebody else's or watching somebody on YouTube, is that going to give you confidence? Whatever you need to do to boost your confidence, are you willing to do it? Because you're the only one that can do that work. Like, you can't outsource your push-ups. I can't physically give you confidence. Like, here you go. It's in a basket. I put a bow on it. This is yours. That's something only you can do for yourself. So are you going to take the time to do it?
Yeah, with that person that was not doing our estimating system all the way through, I was trying to get to this point of why they weren't doing it, and they said, I just can't charge for that. And we went through her numbers again. Because like you said before, the numbers don't lie. When you saw the numbers
don't care. They're not here to hurt your feelings or make you feel good.
We went through everything real quick.
Yeah, they're neutral.
And we went through the numbers, and I looked at her business and I said, is there anything that you can take out right now? What you're doing and running your business the way you're running it? No, not really. So I'm like, this is the budget you have. This is the lowest you can get right now. Yeah. Okay. So all this stuff adds up to what you need to charge. We put together this whole system. This is what you have to charge to be able to pay for all your lights, all your fuel, all your employees, everything that goes into running your business. Then why do you not have the confidence? I'm like, the numbers are right here. Well, she's like, yeah, you're right.
It's
you're
back
right.
to, there has to be just a story. Like, what's the story behind what you're like this? What are you telling yourself that's keeping you stuck?
The thing we hear all the time is, I wouldn't pay for that. There's no way I can afford that.
But you're not your customer.
Exactly.
we're back to, this is a gift. Your landscaping business is a gift that you have that other people don't. I hire people to this is a perfect example. We tried to refinish our own hardwood floors. They came out, I will say, okay.
Yeah, they're not
but
good.
I told Scott that we are never ever doing it again. And when it was a pain in the butt. It took a long time. It gave me a headache because it smelled so bad. And we didn't do that great of a job. Yeah. And so we're never going, because we're people that like to do things ourselves. We're like, yeah, we can do it. No, that was complete lies we told ourselves. The next time and it will be sooner rather than later that we have them redone again, because we didn't do that great of a job. Most people have their floors like redone like 20, 25 years. It's a pretty long time. We will be having them done in the next couple of years because we didn't do a great job. Because that is not a gift that we have. And we learned it. Now we're learning our own lessons the hard way. Like, we went through all the trouble and did it, and it was stinky and it was gross, and we're going to have to do it all again.
Well, this goes back to the point, I guess. If you look at yourself as being an artist, look at all the time that you have spent to putting in, specializing your craft or skill or whatever you have that you're giving out or you're selling to your customers. Look at all that time. Look at all that money you put into this. Why would you not charge for that? You have to be charging for that. Mm-hmm. So just think about it that way.
It is. So, yeah, and that's basically all I had for you, was just look at the story that you're telling yourself. Mm-hmm. Is it true? Is it helpful? What can you do to get confidence? What does give you the confidence to know that you can charge this? Like I said, whatever it is, look back at old jobs and be like, yes, look at that amazing work. That is professional work that deserves to get paid, for the great job they do. Call and talk to your mom. Listen to our podcast. I'm just throwing things out. I can't tell you what's going to give you confidence. I wish I could give you the confidence. If we could wrap it up and put it, in the mail and mail it to you, I would, but we can't.
People just don't feel like they deserve that much money or they can charge that much money, even though they can. They just don't do it. And it's very prominent in this industry, very prominent. If you look at like the HVAC system, or HVAC industry, I should say, from what I've read, that is one of the most profitable industries. And if you go to have a new furnace and air conditioning system put in, it's very expensive. Mm-hmm. But I've heard the markups on that are crazy high.
Yeah.
Why is it just in this industry?
And we're not saying just mark up your stuff to mark it up. When you go through our estimating system, you are charging a fair going price. If it gets raised up above and beyond what is fair, that's because you raised. Yeah. Because the way our estimating system works, you get to pick your profit. If you want 12%, you get 12% net profit. You want 15, you get 15. That's up for you to pick and choose. And so our estimating system gives you that freedom to let go of the belief that you're just charging too much, or that you're gouging people, or that it's sleazy, because it's not. You are charging a living wage. You know how much money you need to survive. Everybody's different in different parts of the country, are going to need to make more or less. But that's not sleazy. That's providing a service and then getting fairly compensated for it.
With our estimating system, the way it's set up, when you go through and put together an estimate, at the bottom, you'll see your break even, what the job is actually going to cost you.
Just to break even.
That's just what to pay for. If you go write a check for your materials, go write a check for all your employees. If you have any subcontractors, and pay for your equipment. That's that break even. And then we add on our overhead to make sure we're charging enough to pay for your lights and pay for your electric and cable bills and all those types of things. You're counting everything goes into overrunning your business. And then you add your profit on from there. That is essentially how those systems go.
Well, wouldn't breaking even come after your overhead?
Well, we have two break even. So you have what your costs are, I guess it should be, and then you break even. So you start seeing what exactly it's going to cost you. And then you have your profit. And when they see that, they're like, oh, that's it? Yeah, that's...
Well, unfortunately, this industry, it's pretty rampant with people willing to accept less.
Yes.
It's people willing to get into that just enough. Like, I've got just enough. I'm not starving. My kids are fed. I have a roof over my head. Mm-hmm. I'm okay. But I challenge you to have enough confidence to charge, like we said, just industry standards. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, you hear numbers as low as 2% net profit being an industry standard. We work a lot with Carla at Cycle CPA and her staff. their numbers come in around 8% because those are the people that are putting in the work. But if you can get that up to 12, that 12 to 15%, you're smashing it. It's out of the park. It's great. So I don't know where I was going with that because I get a little worked up and excited about it. But I guess my point is that you're not being sleazy. You're not overcharging. You are charging a fair price for what you're putting out into the world. So please, whatever you need to do to find your confidence, put some time in your calendar to do that.
Well, I think,
and charge what you're worth.
Just from speaking to multiple different members about this, having a coach help you get through that sometimes is much easier than trying to do it yourself, trying to mentally get past that. So, or talking to somebody, you have to get out there and talk to people about this and help clear your head. And maybe this is why when you join our programs, we have a community portion. You can put that kind of stuff in there. We've got group coaching because then you can talk it through in the group coaching. Like, if you need support on this, that's cool. Yep. We're happy to provide it. But I just don't want you all to sell yourself short. Don't accept less than your worth. You don't have to live in the just enough. Yep. Because the information is out there. We have the information out there to learn how to charge enough. But you've got to do the work on yourself to be confident enough to do it. Yep. So I guess going back to our pricing, if you guys are interested in learning how to price your work and want to have the confidence to be able to submit that bid to that customer, go check out our Profits Up course. And
I think we talked about that in a previous episode. When we made Profits Up, something that it wasn't necessarily intentional that people get the huge confidence boost by knowing their numbers. That has come from us working with people. And I guess maybe we should have known that would happen because it's what happened to us, but we just didn't, I guess, think about it. But knowing your numbers is can give you that confidence. We have evidence that has given a lot of our members confidence. Yeah. So if you don't already have somewhere or some way to get confidence, that is one thing that has worked for a lot of people. Well, except for maybe the one we're talking about today. But that's okay. They can work on maybe some of these other things that I've talked about on just trying to get that confidence level up. But know that that you can do it. It's up to you. What you're telling yourself in your head isn't probably like written in stone, hard truth. It's just a story. Rewrite the story. How can you choose a better thought? What is something you can tell yourself to give you that confidence to get out there and charge what you need to charge?
Yep. So if you're interested in getting that confidence from your numbers, go check out our Profits Up estimating course.
Or sign up for one of the workshops if you have questions about it. If you're like, estimating system, what? Yep. I don't even know what you're talking about. That's okay. We're happy to chat with you and get that all your questions cleared up.
Yep. So either sign up for the workshop, check out the program. We'd love to help you. To help you get that confidence you need to charge what you're worth.
Yep.
So, all right, guys. Well, thanks for joining us today and hope you have a great day.